This is an overview of stage 12 of the Greenbelt Relay. Stage 12 is 11 miles. It's not too difficult, but there are a few places where you can go wrong. We start off in Blackmore, we turn right onto Mount Nessing Road right after the start. You're not going to miss that. The first bit where you might go wrong is just short of a mile, 0.8 miles, where the road goes a fairly hard left. There are two roads off to the right. The first one you can see in here, and then the second junction is here. You want to ignore both of those and stay on the road that you're running on from the start. And then at 1.8 miles, the road it becomes a road called Green Street. That actually, when you're running along it, just looks like a straight on. That's what you can see here. And there are a couple of other junctions once you're on Green Street, like this one here that you can see here. So straight on Green Street. And then here's a picture here of one of our runners on Green Street in one of our previous races. And then that becomes a road called True Love's Lane. It's a great name, isn't it? And then when you get to the end of True Love's Lane, you are going to turn right onto a much busier road, the B1002. You stay on the pavement to the right of that, and then after a while you should be able to see Mount Nessing Windmill, which you can see in this picture here. And then what we're looking for at 4.35 miles, because we're going to turn left into Church Road. It's signposted Billericay. We always have a drink station and a marshalling station here. You go onto Church Road and that goes over a railway line as well as the A12. And at 4.7 miles we're looking for Arnold's Farm Lane, which is what you can see here. We turn right into Arnold's Farm Lane from Church Road. You run down Arnold's Farm Lane, which is a descent. And then at 5.5 miles, you need to pay attention because there's a left-hand turn and then a right-hand turn into Wash Road, and it's a reasonably busy road. So this is the left-hand turn at the end of Arnold's Farm Lane. You turn left and you need to try and run on the verge if you can. And then the difficult thing here is you've got the traffic behind you, but you're crossing this junction that you can see here. Quite a lot of the traffic here actually turns left, and so we'll have marshals here, but as ever it's up to you to make sure you get across this safely. So have a good look behind you, watch out for traffic which is just going to treat this as a straight on, and turn right into Wash Road. Now Wash Road looks a bit like this. It starts approaching the outskirts of Hutton. There are a couple of junctions to the left and right. You carry on Wash Road until you get 6.25 miles, where Wash Road basically finishes in Hutton. And we're going to turn left onto Rayleigh Road. Again, this is quite a hard left. This is what you can see here. You turn left. This is where we join Rayleigh Road. And then at 6.7 miles, we're going to turn right across Rayleigh Road over into Hutton Village. And that's what you can see here. Right, so when you come into Hutton Village, the first thing is we're going to turn at 7 miles. We follow the road around to the right. Now, for those of you who might have done this stage in the past, this is actually new. So we're going to follow the road around to the right, and then we're going to follow that round. That then turns around to the left. There's a junction off to the right which we ignore, so carry straight on there. The lane then turns around to the left to go towards the church, but we're looking for this bridleway off to the right here. That's marked Bridleway 72. So you run along that bridleway. That's effectively the driveway into a farm. And then what you need to do at 7.4 miles is turn right again onto the bridleway. It's indicated Bridleway 72 to Ingrave onto that. Otherwise you will end up carrying on that lane and end up in the farm. And then the bridleway looks a bit like this. And then at 8.8 miles that becomes a road, and it follows it around to the left. That's what this looks like. It's actually called Middle Road at this point. There's a footpath off to the right there, just ignore that. 9.2 miles, we're still on Middle Road, that bears right, which is what you can see in this photograph here. There's a little footpath off to the left there, just ignore that, follow Middle Road. And then at 9.4 miles, we're going to cross a busy road. Now, that's what you can see in this photograph here. There's one of our marshals there, but the marshal will direct you to the right and then over a zebra crossing and then to the left, as indicated by that line there. And then what we're going to do is turn right towards Thorndon Golf Club, which is this photograph that you can see here. Now, 9.5 miles, so we get to this point here. So there is the Thorndon Hall entrance on the right, and on the left you've got the entrance to the golf club with various fierce-looking traffic calming measures. And then in the middle, which is what you can see indicated by the black line there, there is public footpath 42, which will take you past the front of Thorndon Hall and on into Thorndon Park. Now, that goes on for about 3/4 of a mile. At 10.2 miles, you get into Thorndon Park, and we're going to take a sharp right-hand turn onto the paved road into Thorndon Park. That then takes you for just over half a mile, and then onto the second car park in Thorndon Country Park, which is the finish. This is what the finish looks like here. This was the finish of the 2019 race with the timekeepers there. That's the end of the stage. Good luck with it. Thanks.